about that. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrencies, and we're going to be talking about Bitforex because it seems that they have rugged us, and the Bitforex exchange that is, and also we're going to be talking about a scam on Uniswap that I have discovered that you really need to know. So welcome to the Crypto Factor. My name is Paul, and I'm doing this live stream on Shorts for you as an experiment to see how it goes. Let me know if you like it. I will be answering your questions, so if you have any questions, put them in the chat. But generally speaking, let's get started and let's see what's going on. So obviously I can't do technical analysis on my mobile phone, but I can give you an overview of what I said, of what I'm anticipating. If you're new here, we did call Bitcoin the lows at 15.6K. This was before they got there. We actually won a bet with Gareth Soloway, so they're just saying. And then basically, we've been up ever since. Now, we did say that we're going to reach about 64 to 68K. And then the most likely scenario was to form a cup and handle, then go back up, retest, and break that level. Now, the other scenario that I said was we may blast right through, but I think the prior to that is more healthy and better for the markets overall. Now, what happened is we got to that level, we got pretty high, and we did pull back around 11 to 14%, depending on which exchange you are looking at. But we had that pullback. I could see that as a pre-halving pullback, meaning that yes, you can you could buy back in, and we did say in my group, in my private group, I know people love private groups, to buy back in around 60K. Now, could we further pull back here? Yes, we can. But what I do think what we're going to do is we're going to move sideways and retest, re-challenge that high. And if we break that and establish support around the 70K level, which is also a nice psychological number, I think it's going to do very well. I think we're going to keep on going up. I don't see any potential substantial, that is, pullback pre-halving. All right, we might have another one, but those 20 or 30% pullbacks, we will have them, yes, in this bull run too, but we're going to have them post-halving, in my opinion, and we will have quite a few of them. Let me just go inside a little bit. By the way, if you're wondering, if my house is messy, okay, the lights are out, that's a good thing. If my house is a little bit messy, I'm renovating. I'm thinking about making this into 2 or 3 apartments. We'll see. We'll see what happens. My dog Theus right here is my baby. Anyway, so what I was saying is that, where was I? I can't even remember what I was saying. I was saying that if we, someone remind me what we were saying. I see the super chats, by the way. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate it. I'll answer your question in just 1 second. But I think we're pretty bullish, right? I've been bullish. I'm still bullish. Right. Those 20, 30% pullbacks, we will get them. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, this time it's different. This time it's not going to do that. But you just saw a pullback of over 10K in a few hours. And this was pre-halving, so we still get them. People think that these ETFs, that Bitcoin is going to magically just go up and not go back down, and this time it's going to be different. And when you hear enough people saying this time it's going to be different, then you know how to get out. You need to take profits, right? There's just one indicator, by the way. Now, moving on from Bitcoin, we do see altcoins rising. I did say to focus on the AI coins, and I did call a couple. We are doing good. They do look like they're leading the market. Let's see if Bitcoin goes sideways here till the halving, this could trigger a major altcoin rally, an alt season where you could make massive, incredible gains. Now, my dog's looking at me like, what's going on with Doge? I just want to know about Doge. Doge went up, okay? Doge went up. All right, now, no, you're not going to take profits. Buy bones and cookies. I'll give you some later, baby. All right, anyway. Now, a few things are going on. We had a few things go on. Number one, looks like Bitforex rugged us. Now, I heard this yesterday. I wasn't sure what was going on, but apparently they froze withdrawals. They're getting sued by what's the equivalent of the SEC in Hong Kong. I don't know what's going on. I tried to log in to see for myself, and it said that I'm actually blocked. I'm blocked because I tried to do something bad on their website, which is funny because all I did was type their URL. So that was a bit of a ironic or uh, sadistic irony there. I didn't have much on that exchange anyway. I don't keep things on exchange. I do think that most people kept their Omni on that exchange. I think I had like a couple of hundred, I can't even remember, dollars worth. But I guess now nobody has access to that, so they can't dump Omni anymore, since most people probably, a lot of people probably held it on Bitforex. Now, that to say, um, I did have a situation with a client yesterday on Uniswap. And before I say too much, I just want to give you an outline to protect yourself. But I will be making a video talking about it and detailing because I want to be fair and I want to make sure I don't say anything that's not true. But we did try to do a swap, or my client tried to do a swap through Uniswap from I think it was Ethereum to BNB token, right? Now, when he looked for the BNB token, there was one there. It did not look wrapped, and it had the signature of the BNB token. You know the little stamp they put that's on that chain? So he tried to do that, and the first issue was they took over half his shit, like basically as if he was married and his wife left and left with half the shit. So he wanted to exchange about $3,000 worth. He got $1,600 back. And when I look, we went online. We went to we went on chain to see what's going on. The fees were about $56. So I don't know what happened there. We sent the coin to MetaMask. We tried to bridge. We tried to do a number of things. We weren't allowed, and it does appear like it was a scam coin. He since tried to send it back to Uniswap. He got in touch with customer support. I tried to revoke access. Of course, you can't use third-party apps like Revoke Cash on Uniswap for some strange reason, and I tried to put it in Chrome. That didn't work out, so you have to do a whole workaround, like import your wallet to another wallet, and it's a mess. Now, I like Uniswap, I really do, but this is what I gotta tell you. I've used the app to swap. I do not like, nor do I trust the wallet, and from what my client said, that the issue usually is when you're doing Ethereum to BNB. He's had that issue before, just not so severe. So just be careful. I think there's some fake coins out there. Make sure you don't get wrecked, for lack of better terms. Now that said, we still have we had some power outages in America. Now I'm not going to get into whether it was a cyber attack or not. Being in the field, flirting with the field of cybersecurity, which I've actually passed my first degree on, I don't want to say anything I don't know what's going on about yet. But it is weird that a lot of these organization servers got disrupted at the same time. If it's a cyber attack, if it's a test, we don't know. I don't want to say too much because this is YouTube and this is a live stream. But that could have caused a lot of blockchains not updating. So if you've seen your funds missing or not showing up, don't panic, right? Do what you have to do to find out what happened. But it is likely that your funds may not be updating or showing up depending on where you have your coins, what you're using, where you are, and so on, right? And of course, there's different things. You can dive in deep here. Let's not do that. Anyway, that said, let's look at the chat. Let's see if I can answer some of your questions. Now, I do have a small phone. I don't have my glasses with me because my glasses, I just gave them to change them because they have to put a bigger lens because I'm going blind, apparently. Probably from staring at the screen all day, but also I'm going to have to get a bigger phone. I have the 13 mini. I ordered the Pro 15. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the three idiots. What's up, man? Armzilla, my man with the arms in the chat. I see Duncan. I see everybody here. Hi, any Thought on Shido? I have no idea what Shido is. McDrains. All right, you were right. We did pull back. Yeah, I was saying we're going to pull back. A lot of people didn't believe me. Um, there was a chance. I did say, to be fair, I did say we might break the all-time highs, make that support, and continue on the upside. But my probabilities were we're going to go down first, then go back up. Although I said 10-20%, I expected 15-20%, but it's okay. We got that. We got that cue. People that are in my private group, it's a link down below, or it should be the link down below. If it's not, cryptomarketingcoach.com, you can check out my services. But basically, we called it and we got in around 63K again. Dollar cost average again, watching what this move's going to do, and got into certain coins, AI being the most of them. Paul, there is another concept going on. It's about third 70K peak. Not sure what you mean. You're going to have to explain it. But if you're talking about a double top than a third top, quite possible. But the more resistance gets hit, the easier it breaks over time, if that makes sense. If you're talking about 70K being the top, I disagree. I heard Gareth Soloway today as well. I would love to make another bet with him. Let's just say that. But yeah, I definitely disagree with most people out there. So I'm under the school of bull market as normal, maybe a shorter bull market, depending on certain factors. And it's funny because some of the factors that Gareth Soloway is talking about and some other people are talking about, I do take into account, and that's why I do see a shorter bull market, but nowhere near as short or top that they're calling. I'm seeing, and this is not 100%, by the way, I'm 55% sure of this, or at least I'm paying attention to it, because I will react when the time comes, is the bull market top will be at the end of 2024, beginning 2025. Now, I'm not saying that there's no gains to be made after that altcoins won't rally a little bit more, maybe a few months after that, but I think the top of Bitcoin may be in around that time. But as we get closer to that time, I'll reevaluate and let you guys know. So subscribe down below if you don't want to miss videos and don't want to miss calls like that. Luke Williams, whale control. Are you calling me a whale? Yeah, okay, I did gain some weight. I gained some weight. I'm a little bit fatter, a little bit bolder, right? A little bit wiser, maybe. Now, I know what you mean by whales, by the way. And going back to bear market. That's what you're talking. So short. So yeah, I think the shorter bear market. If the third 70K, if that's what you mean by the 370K, like this is like the top or will be the top, I disagree. I don't think we're going to be in a bear market. We might again end of 2024, beginning 2025. And the reason that I don't subscribe to it happening in the summertime, which I heard a few very, very knowledgeable people talking about, is I think they're overestimating how fast this will happen. I think it takes a little bit more time. So it may start in summer, but it will take more time. But also, I don't think they're accounting for the elections as much. I think the elections need to get out the way first so they can either get reelected or blame the next guy getting elected, right? And then the thesis that, see, what I think is going to happen is they're going to cut rates and everyone's going to be happy and think this is bullish. And what people don't understand is even though cutting rates is bullish, it's not after big rate hikes. If you look historically, every time we had big rate hikes and then cut rates, that would be the beginning of a recession or even depression. And most people don't see that. So I think that's when euphoria is going to hit. Everyone's going to get super bullish. Price is going to be doing well. Everything's going to be doing really good. Let me put some more lights up in here. Price is going to be doing really, really good and everything. And then everyone's going to be super bullish. They're going to be like, oh, wow, look, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon because now, like, they're cutting rates as well. They're putting it to zero. And then that's when everything goes to shit, right? So that's what I'm looking at. I've talked about it in my group a lot. And I will be making a video when I have more time, closer to the time. Sorry. Again, excuse me. This is an iPhone 13 mini. I can't see shit. I don't have my glasses, so I'm trying. Okay, but I will read out your questions here and try and answer. I did a dive on Orange. Yeah, so with Orange token, I don't think it's as sketchy as you think. The reason it went down, there was unlocks. I'm actually very bullish on Orange. I called Orange. We did what was it, 13x, 12x on Orange. Of course, I did a little bit more because I got in earlier. And I said I did get in earlier. I think Orange is doing great. And I actually have the CEO of Orange on my channel next week. So if you want to see that interview, subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you can see the interview with the Orange CEO. And if you're wondering why you should do that, if you haven't seen my interviews, I get to be quite pushy and challenge people. So it's interesting. And if I see a scam, I call it out a scam, right? I don't see Orange as a scam. But if there's a few things that I see, I'll push on that. But I am very fair, just so you know, okay? So subscribe if you want to see that. One thing you guys should be looking at, by the way, some alpha here. A lot of people are missing this, and it's funny because I talked about this 9 months ago, and now some people are talking about it, but still nobody understands how fucking early it is that you can get into these. SRC20 tokens and stamps. And what those are, they're like ordinals and BRC20 tokens, but they're actually inscribed on the UTXO of Bitcoin, meaning they're unprunable. You can't get rid of them. While with ordinals, not so much. And this is something that's quite huge. Very early, the first token that actually got listed on a centralized exchange was a couple of days ago. It was Stamp Token, the SRC20 version, on KuCoin. And now there's a DEX they're gonna also do it. I think someone else just talked about listing it as well. But all the other SRC20 tokens, and I think Kevin's gonna be next. And I would definitely look at SPPAD or SPAD, and I would definitely look at Swamp. They actually have utility. And I would even look at Fact Token because it's one I actually deployed. And I'll tell you why in a second. And don't think I'm trying to make money here because I'm not, and I'll explain what I mean. These all have a lot of value. Now, when you deploy an SRC20 token, unlike or an NFT or stamps, unlike NFTs, right? Or ERC20 token, sorry. If I mint an ERC20 token, I can hold 100% and sell it off. I'm a whale, right? Whether everybody wants to or not, that's a different story. But when it comes to SRC20 tokens, when you deploy it, it's on Bitcoin. It's decentralized. What do I mean? You can mint it, but I have to also mint it. So 100% is on chain, and I have to pay the same exact money, the same fees and everything, just like you, to mint that token. So yes, I did buy more than usual when it comes to that token, but I'm getting exactly the same price as you until the whole supply actually is minted. And I'll probably buy some more if I see it going better and better, of course. And then what I'm going to do for people holding Fact token, fact as in fact or, right? Fact. I'll probably do an airdrop and have some special things for them and so on. But I'm not making any promises. I did it so I can learn how to use it and how to do it. I made a few videos about it, and a few surprises are coming. All right, let's move on. Is that true that a couple of exchanges run out of? But yeah, it is true that there is liquidity issues. But here's the thing. Everyone's talking to you about how exchanges are running out of Bitcoin and how there's major demand from ETFs. And it's true. But what people don't realize, it goes also the other way around. If somebody suddenly starts panicking and wants to sell Bitcoin, the ETF has to sell Bitcoin. right? So all this, oh, Bitcoin's never going back down again, this time's going to be different. Listen, no. I don't understand how people can only, and it's not about being overly bullish or being a moon boy or whatever you want to call it, because I'm overly bullish on Bitcoin. I'm a semi Bitcoin maxi. I'm a shitcoin minimalist, and I mean I trade in and out all the time. But being as bullish as I am, and being accused of being a permabull many times, even though I called the double top, for fuck's sake. Um, the truth is that I look at both. Guys, look, okay, there's a lot of people that say things, but they don't have the full information. So even if what they're saying is right, it's wrong. Like eggs, and I know this might be a stupid example, but eggs raise cholesterol, or the egg yolk raises cholesterol. Well, no, it doesn't. It raises HDL, the good cholesterol, which puts down the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, right? And even though this is mainstream now, doctors are very hard. They're like, yeah, you can eat eggs when you ask them about it, but be careful with the egg yolks. But it says I can and there's no problem. Yeah, but yeah, just do, yeah, you're right, but do like 3 or 4 a week. I mean, anyway, it's very hard for people to change their beliefs, and it's very hard for people to look at all sides. There's three sides to a coin: the heads, the tails, and the edge. And you have to be able to stand on the edge and look at all three sides, including the one you're on. And sometimes you don't have access to the sides, or you don't know enough in order to be able to talk about shit. So, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of YouTubers need to shut up. And I'm not being mean, I'm being real here, okay? Anyway, let's see what else we have of that. So yes, it's bullish. Yes, it's great, but things can change. And just like they can change bullish, it can also go the other way, okay? For the reasons I described with egg examples. I guess I'm hungry. I bought some eggs, actually. I connect to nothing myself. On the most part, only one wallet for that. Otherwise, okay, so this wallet, let me give you some advice with wallets. I'm not sure if it's better to have your own wallet than having it on an exchange if you're not doing anything stupid. But also, even if you have multiple exchanges, and I suggest you have multiple wallets, and I'll tell you why in a second, it's good to use multiple email addresses. That way, and not only that, you don't even need to use multiple email addresses anymore. I think if you put your email address, your Gmail address, and put dot something else before, you can use it. It still connects to your email, but it will show where it's coming from, and that way you can see where it's coming from and what's going on. But anyway, if you have a different email address for each wallet, right? So if you have like 30 wallets, you have 30 emails, and don't laugh, but that's what I do. You know if something's a scam or you're trying to get phished because you know that that wallet doesn't correspond to that wallet. Or if you have like 3 wallets on that email and another 3 on the other, but you have 2 of them for DeFi, one of them is, it just gets a lot safer. And so when you're doing DeFi, when you're doing airdrops, when you're doing a whole bunch of stuff online, when you're doing things to learn, obviously you're going to have multiple wallets. And even though you have some wallets that you're doing in case, for protection, in case you get drained, over time those wallets tend to add up as well, and you end up having a few thousand if you make good calls. And then you have to have another wallet and so on. So just have multiple wallets, multiple email addresses. What do I think of Sibria? Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I haven't looked into it. I'm on my phone now as well, so I can't really look into it. If it's something I've already looked into or I have some sort of overview on it, then more than happy to talk about it. Please hit that like button, by the way. This is a YouTube short, so I should get more likes than my weekly live streams, but I don't. I see less likes than my weekly live streams, so. Maybe it's the glasses. Maybe okay. One like, one with 16 likes now. Great guys, yes. What kind of a XRP pump was that? Like one like that was like a 1%. like XRP level like there. You got to give lots of likes. Like don't XRP me, right? like like stable likes. Three. This is glad to see you here. Glad to be here, man. I'm going to be doing more of these. If you like these kind of shorts, by the way, sorry, these live streams on the shorts feed, I will be doing more of them. It's just a lot easier to do them and faster. So I'll still be doing my live streams every week and do my videos and everything, but I'm going to be doing more of these shorts, especially when I get my new phone, because I'll be excited. Can we buy now? You can buy anytime you want, man. No one's holding you. So right now, so technically, so there's two ways to look at this. Technically, no, you don't want to buy now, right? You want to wait for the highs to break, come back down, make support, and then when you confirm that, that's when you buy, and then you know where you put your stop loss and so on. But you have to know when to break the rules. So I would say if you were me, or if I were you, I would break this rule if I wasn't exposed. And if I had, let's say, $10,000, I'm just giving it as an example, I would get in with $3,000 or $4,000. Then if we dipped more, considerably, like 20%, 10, 20%, I would buy another 3,000, 4,000. And then even more, I would YOLO. Now, if we go up, then I would look what's lagging and look at sectors to follow or longer term plays and dollar cost average that way, if that makes sense. So for a good example, right? Your Bitcoins, I don't know, suddenly break 70K. And AI coins are flying, and you know that alt season's coming, or you potentially coming. Now you know that after AI coins, more than likely gaming and the Bitcoin ecosystem is going to start trying to catch up, right? And if it's an actual alt season, they are going to catch up pretty fast. So if we go down, you buy. If we go up, you look at laggards. Now, it's hard for me to show you examples here on the phone, but I hope you understand and get the drift. I would love you win again from Gareth. Yeah. Thoughts on Doge? So Doge is my long-term play, and people make fun of me when I say that. The only meme coin that's a meme coin that's not trying to be something it's not, with proof of concept, is Dogecoin, right? So when meme coins are trying to pretend they're something else and doing this aggressive marketing, Dogecoin stayed true, and it has its followers. So last time when I told you the only meme coin I would hold long term was Dogecoin, guess what? This pump really helped me out a lot. But I generally don't hold most meme coins. Yeah, I might have a little dust left over from profit taking from Pepe, let's say, and others. And yes, I do like WIF, WIF, and I talked about that a long time ago. We made good profits on that. But generally speaking, I do not hold meme coins intentionally. How does anticipation of pre-halving affect investor sentiment and market dynamics? And so more and more people are hearing this halving, and more people are getting excited. And that's probably why we have this pump. It's not just the ETF. It's that most people didn't have the foggiest of the Bitcoin halving. It's like blue Bitcoin halving? Like what in the blue Smurf is that? So now that Bitcoin's going more mainstream and they're talking about the halving, that pump that we saw a little earlier than the halving is not just the ETF, it's also the sentiment in people thinking they know what they don't know. So usually after the Bitcoin halving, we have a rise in Bitcoin for a number of different reasons, right? We're not going to get into those. Now, the miners, blah, 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 right? Now, the halving event, the actual rewards and so on. Scarcity, whatever. The thing is that usually it takes a few months after for Bitcoin to start going up. It's not on the day of the halving. I would argue that the halving may even be a sell the news event in this case. Now, this time, you're seeing a faster rise because of the ETF. And if you have a harder rise on the day of the halving, this just adds to my thesis of a potentially shorter bull run, and end date. Okay? So when I say we might have a shorter bull run, I keep talking about that, people, there's so many factors that go into that. And that's why I say I need an hour to explain this. I need a whole video to explain this. But that's what I'm looking at. So keep that in mind in your trades. Now, what exactly will happen, what will not happen, we don't know. We can only look at probabilities and anticipate and strategize around those to make the most most profits possible with the least amount of damage probable, if that makes sense. Have you seen Bob Lucas analysis? No, I haven't. But I did heard of. I do hear about these fancy bot terms all the time. I haven't seen any of his videos. I think someone talked about it with me on another live stream. I try to keep my own thing. I try to keep my own thesis. Like, I don't follow people in general. Sure, I do have some people that I follow for specific things. For example, I will watch most of the time when I wake up, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm working out or if I'm doing something, I'll watch Ivan on Tech while I drink my coffee. I don't have breakfast anymore, but I'd watch Ivan on Tech or listen to him in the background. I think it's an entertaining way to listen to what's going on in the markets as in news. Even though I don't follow news, I don't trade off of news. I'm more of a technical guy. And when it comes to technical analysis, no, I don't listen to Ivan on Tech. I listen to, not do what he says, right? Just being very specific, very detailed here. I listen and I respect, and I learned a lot from Alessio Rastani. And the reason I pay more attention is because he uses Elio waves, which I don't know how to use that well. So I try to verify what I'm doing and then see what he has to say and see if if there is a synergy. And then I will also see if I agree or disagree with him. Because one time I disagreed with him and I ended up being right. Another time it was vice versa, if that makes sense. But it does help you. Do you think now is a good time? Yeah, I think AG is a good coin, and yeah, I do think it's good. Now we'll be doing a review on it pretty soon, by the way. Watch my AG video. I have an AG video, and watch that. I do a review on AG. I called it. I think it was It was just under 0.03 cents when I called it, so it's done very well. ChainGPT should do well. Shah is my man. ChainGPT should do well. Paul, Pixel, can I buy? Yeah, you can buy Pixel. It might have a small dump, but you can definitely buy Pixel and wait. I have it in my wallet. Where am I? I'm in my living room. It's a mess in here, though. And we're taking the Christmas decorations down, and I'm fixing it up here. Let me show you. Because a lot of people said apparently a lot of people think I live in a stable or some shit. It's so funny. I made a video at my beach house. My beach house burnt down a few years ago, and I was refixing it and everything. I made a video in front. He's like, "Oh, what do we look? You're poor. You live in a shack, dude." There was a beach house, literally a beach house on the mountain next to the beach. And then on this balcony, because the wall was a little cracked, they don't understand. I'm renovating this place, but I'm not poor. Can you not change to front camera using this? I guess not. Oh, you can right here. All right, so look, this is like I'm sitting here, and it's a mess. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, it's a mess, but I'm sitting here, right? And then you got that side of the living room. That's like where I eat, the table and everything, right? There's a tree still up there. I just bought this, by the way. I don't know. I tried it. It's a mop vacuum / whatever. Anyway, all the way down there where you see the black, it goes on a little bit further. There's like rooms all the way to the side, and there's a bathroom, and then this side of the living room, the tree's still up. I'm trying to but there's Diaz's couch. We actually bought him this couch to match those couches. Yeah, here's my little baby. He's sleeping now. And then we have a little sitting area here, and yeah, we have balconies going all the way around, and it's not bad. It's a nice house. It's at the Riviera, close to the beach, near the Gulf. And I am thinking about selling this in a few years because they're doing all the works. Anyway, it's a long story. Let me not get into that. I bought a lot of alts at the bottom of the bear and waiting for later stages. Yeah, that's a good. Oh, Harry, yeah, how are you, man? No, it's a good strategy. What AI plays are still good? Ajax, ChainGPT, Agi, and then you have. Wait a second, because PAL, which is I've been really bullish and talking about PAL for a while. I'd say those are good. Fetch, even though right now I would wait for Ajax to overtake Fetch and then get back into Fetch. I think the FUD drama has gone away. We did a really good play with Fetch, by the way. We put 50% of our Fetch into Ajax when the drama was there, because I said we're going to take market share, and Ajax did 50% more profits than Fetch over the month, and now we're seeing Fetch being very dynamic. So people are buying. So, and I did want to get back more into Fetch. I did get a little bit of Fetch, but I wanted to get more into Fetch. But I didn't make a video about it because I thought it'd be unresponsible. And I only put a very small amount just to round up the numbers. And I didn't want to make a video about it because I thought it was too prior and it would be too irresponsible. But we weren't bearish on Fetch. We just were more bullish on Ajax at the time, which played out. I still don't know about Fetch. I want to see when the unlocks but I think for now everything looks so cozy and okay. You should get that $100. Yeah, I should. He should make a video about it like we bet, but he never did it. So I'm not going to worry about it, man. It's all good. Brother, when approximately do you think bull run will end? I can't give you an approximate date because my thesis, if you watch this video from the beginning, you'll see end of 2024, beginning 2025 will be the top. Now, there's still money to be made there, though. Best gaming place to buy now. I would say IMX is a blue chip. And I would definitely get into G Swift. I would definitely get into Miria, even though it's ran. I think it's going to do a lot more. Let me get something to drink while I think of this answer. Then you have GFall, right? You have GFall. What to drink? Soda or pomegranate? What do you think? This one's pomegranate, ginger and lime. This one's just soda. Yeah, let's just do pomegranate. All right. So yeah, Nakamoto games might do well, all for different reasons, right? Let me also take my vitamin D pill here, because I haven't. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Take vitamin D daily. But yeah, that's what those are the games I will be looking at. If I missed one, forgive me, but I do have videos talking about gaming and AI and so on. If you go to my videos and you just scroll down, you'll find them. Where was I here? Have you looked into Arclock? No, I have not. Near is going crazy. Yeah, Near is good. I've said it over and over again. Near is great for trading. I don't hold Near, but I would trade it. Stamp almost 100x from here. Yes. If you get the right ones, yes. Montenegro, how are you, my man? How high could Near go? I can't look at charts, Harry, man. I can't look at anything on the phone right now. I'm sorry, man. This is like... Sorry. Here is one thing I want to compare. You said that you are ranging the top from 80 to 84 to 140. I know that sounds weird, but that was profit level taking. The first level I'm looking at is 84K to take some profits. That does not mean it can't go a bit higher, then come back down. That's just profit taking. Those are just the first level safety net, if you will. 100K is the next level. 140K, 100 to 140K is the next level, which is my main prediction, 100 to 140K. Now, if we break 140K, then I'm looking at 200K. Okay, so just to be very precise about it. But when I make predictions in ranges. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, but last boom market you said this and ha ha ha, it never reached there. Yeah, but I called the top a little bit after that, and you should have already taken profits. You should have done well. So I'll give you a good example with Caspa. So with Caspa, when everyone was overly bullish and saying this will never end, I made videos warning about that, by the way. I said that's not going to happen. It's going to come back down. I said that what I'm looking for Casper to do is reach 92 cents to 128. That's the first range I'm looking at. Now, there I'd be taking profits. I would not exit. Like, taking profits does not mean you sell everything. It means you take profits. And it also doesn't mean you take anything that's profit after your initial investment. It means you take profits. Some people might take 20%, 30%, it all depends. Now, once we get there, we'll reevaluate. So if we get there in June or July, and there's momentum, and depending on volume and the charts, then obviously it can go higher. But if we get there at the end of 2024, I'll be a little bit more skeptical. It all depends on time, factors, volume, momentum, so many different things. And a lot of people look at technical analysis, but they don't know that this is part of technical analysis, right? So anyway, which wallet supports SRC20 tokens? One would be Leather. The other one, Leather, which he used to be Hero Wallet. Now it's called Leather. The other one would be OKX Wallet, the DeFi wallet. Those two primarily are the best ones. You need, when you do use these wallets, if you're already using them for BRC20 tokens or something like that, which you shouldn't, by the way, even though I do, make sure you use SegWit, not Taproot. So just like you change chains in MetaMask, where you have Ethereum, Binance, and so on. In Bitcoin, if you're in a Bitcoin wallet, if you go into the settings, you can find Taproot, SegWit, and so on, and you can use whatever you want anytime you want. But for stamps and SRC20, tokens, you may need to use SegWit, right? My phone's about to die. Let me see if I can get a charger real quick, because I don't want it to die midstream. Is this a charger? No, shit. It's probably got so many chargers. Bear with me. My little office is in a mess. Excuse me. Here, let's just use this one. All right. It's a short charger. Shit. Anyway, we'll work with it. Okay. We'll see what we can do. I have a really fucking long one somewhere. Like too long of a charger. I just don't know where it is. It doesn't matter. All right, so what was I saying? Yeah, just make sure you use SegWit. Is this it? Oh, look at that. It is it. The really long one was next to me all the time. My girlfriend probably left it here. She borrows shit and just never gives it back. Whether it's chargers, I don't know, whatever. Money. All right, let's move on. We're already at 70K. Awesome, that's great. So let's see if it breaks that and make that support. That's very bullish. I don't see us having an Ethereum and Bitcoin bear market anymore due to ETFs though. Okay, you are completely wrong. And this is what most people are going to think right before we have a bear market. I'm going to say this again. Just because an ETF needs to buy the underlying asset for people that demand to buy it. So let's say I'm BlackRock, I have an ETF, people are starting to buy into that ETF. When things start dropping, those same people may want to sell. When they sell they do sell orders, guess what? They have to sell the underlying asset. So yes, cycles will stay the same. We'll still have bear markets. The only way Bitcoin will make a difference is if it, in a crisis, in a depression, it proves to be legal tender or the only way to move around and do shit. That thesis is a different thesis. We can talk about it, but because most people don't know about that, let's just keep let's just try to work with the probabilities of the market. Paul called the cycle top and bottom better than anyone. Thank you very much, man. I wish more people would share that on Twitter, by the way. By the way, my Twitter handle, MCPaulD. If you want to follow me on Twitter, and if you want to share that and, help these videos get out, I would really appreciate it. Your sound is cracked. Is it still cracking now? It shouldn't crack. Is my sound cracking now? I see us having pullbacks, but a lot of these alts are selling their gold for Bitcoin. They are putting it long-term in 401. Dude, again, so Khaled or Cal, they do the same thing for almost every stock and investment fund in the market, and those go into bear markets as well. Why is this different? This is what I mean by people not knowing. I'm not trying to be funny. You need to think of all sides here. Check sound check. How's the sound check? Is the sound okay? Let me scroll down to the bottom and see if the sound's okay. Sound is slightly better, but crack still is okay. So is it the cable that's cracking? What the? How about now? Wait. How about now? Is it better? Working fine. Okay, cool. Let's go back up and find where I was now because I have no idea. Here we go. Thoughts on Mina? The meme coin, you mean? Egg is Solana meme coin. Yeah, I have a whole course on meme coins, and I have a lot of. I'm getting parallel now because I'm hearing about sound. I think your mic battery is run. No, it shouldn't be. Wait, can you hear this? Can Ajax still do 20%, 20x? I don't have any charts with me, but it's possible. The question is it probable? With Ajax, it might be. 10, 15x is not out of the question, I think. If I remember the charts correctly, it's off my head right now. Let's see the sound. How's the sound? Yes, we hear it. So is the sound okay? Okay. All right, let's go back up here, let's find the other charts. I'm going to have a better phone, bigger screen so I can see the chart. I'm really struggling to see. No likes until I fix my sound. Can I? Yeah, here we are. Can Miria reach $3? I don't have any charts in front of me, man. I'm so sorry. I think Miria can do 5 to 10x. 3 to 8x, depending on what the chart is right now. I did buy Bitcoin under the bear new. I'm chilling looking at the awesome, man. Awesome. Well done, Tommy. Do you think Ethereum will hit 10K? I think Ethereum will hit 8 to 10K. And once that does, if it breaks, we'll reevaluate for 14K, and we'll see. Hi, my mom just asked me if I can invest her $200 and make $500. In what would you invest the safest option? Easy, Bitcoin. I mean, we're at 70K. 140K is double. I see 140K happening. We are going to have pullbacks since then. So if you do it on a pullback, Bitcoin with the safest, Ethereum's another one, right? Those are the safest ones. But this sounds more like a Bible question. I remember there was something in the Bible about a story about the father giving a kid, all of them, so much money. Maybe you should read the Bible. I'm not joking. I'm not being funny. But I do remember that story. I just can't remember it clearly. Thoughts on Moonbeam and not my thing, man. Harry, I'm not hating on them. Just not my thing. Because from old school coins, the ones that would do well, we called them, and they're doing well. And the other ones that haven't may try to catch up, but I'd rather hold on to the eagles than chill out with the worms. I listened to Superman. How can you listen to Superman? I'm not saying. Today, I'm going to give you 5 coins that can 100x. I'm sorry. I don't like his calls, man. I can't stand listening to him. Alexander, I don't know him, but Superman, I don't know how you can actually talk, sit there, and listen to Superman. Watch somebody clip this and send it to Superman, and me have beef with Superman all of a sudden. Listen, I don't have to like him, right? I'm not gonna be all beat him like, oh, like I don't like listening to him. As for his calls, I listened to him in the past when I first, he's a bit of an old school guy. How can I don't. Let's just say I can't relate or stand his voice. Hi, Patrida, how are you, my man? Tiganis. Mike is awful. It's still awful? For fuck's sake, man. Is Casper a good... Mike should be well, though. Let me see something real quick. Maybe I can fix... Give me a second. Let me see if this works. I think the microphone should be better now. Is Casper a good call? Yeah, I think it's going to do great. What do you think about Orange BRC20? I think it's going to do very well. Dog, please. He's sleeping, man. Dog is sleeping, Nicole. Here, let me show you. Only because I love him. Here, look. He's right there. Here's my little baby. He's all sleepy. Why is he sleepy? I don't know. Oh, shall I wake him up? Look, when he gets really mean, it's like, I love him. I love him to bits. All right, what else do we have here? I think Orange is great. When should I think selling Shiba? I have USDT. I wouldn't hold Shiba too long. I would start taking profits slowly as it goes up. What should you buy that can 10x? You need to watch my videos for context, because I don't just make calls. When I give a coin, I also give sort of, and I'm sorry, I'm lying down a little bit. When I give a coin, when I give a call, I try to give something just in case it doesn't work out. So my coins come in groups, if you will, not standalones. But for example, you could buy AGI and Chain GPT, which is lagging to PAL, but also hold something like Ajax in case those don't do well, but AI does do well, right? And that way you still have profits. And with everything, with those little groups that you do, you also hold some Bitcoin just in case, so you can sort of break even. Now, of course, the best time to do that was when Bitcoin was trading lower, because you had a certain 2 to 4x, maybe 5x, and that's what I was trying to tell people. Whatever you invest in, put some in Bitcoin as well, That way you'll make your money back if those go to zero, but people didn't understand the concept back then. You can still do it now, but obviously as Bitcoin goes up, it's less and less effective. How high can listen, Nissan, I keep on seeing you ask the same question and I answered it. Please guys, ask your question one time. I will get to it. If you start putting the same question over and over again, when I answer it, I try to answer other people's. It's not fair to them because I can't get to their question. So please do not spam. Just ask your question and wait. I'll get to it. Thank you, Shah. Thank you for deleting the messages. What up, bull guy? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing look. I really appreciate you sharing it. Thank you very much. Thank you. The pleasure is mine, man. The pleasure is all mine. It's still cracking. Less or more. It's slightly better, but cracks. All right, I'm gonna have. All right. So people are still waiting after I went offline. So something went wrong, and I managed to get back online. I'm not sure if the microphone's working now, though. So sorry about that. Something went wrong, and I didn't know I can get back online. But let's continue here with the questions. Anyway, that said, is the microphone better? I think it was peaking before. I tried to fix it. Not sure if I fixed it or not. Alright, so let's see. Sound is cutting in and out, crackling. I should be better now. If it's not, there's nothing I can do. Nelson, if you ask that question one more time, I'm gonna ban you, bro. Delete your questions when they're answered, man. Hey, Paul, how you feeling, brother? I'm good, man. I'm good. Sound is a little sketch, but it's okay. Okay, but it's doable. Okay. What do I think Bitcoin break? What do you think it will Bitcoin? Well, it did break all-time high if I'm not mistaken, right? It already did, didn't it? If not, it should. Let's see if it makes all-time high support. That's what we gotta see. Like if it goes over the all-time high, makes it support, then trades above it. That's what we need to see. I used to follow Superman, but he disappeared all bear market and yeah. I like this other guy called not daily, not crypto daily. It was this comedian. He was really good. I used to love watching his channel. You don't know how to send USDT to KuCoin because you don't know what chain it's on. Well, where are you holding it, Harry? If you're holding it in MetaMask, chances are you're using Ethereum. If you look at the top left of your MetaMask wallet, you should see a little Ethereum sort of logo. If you click that, you can go to Binance or anything else you want. Then on the exchange, whatever exchange that is, when you receive USDT, make sure you pick and choose the chain you're sending from. So if you're sending from Ethereum, has to be Ethereum. If you're sending from BNB, whatever, it has to be BNB chain. Can hear you okay. The audio is perfect now. Okay, so I know what it was then. So the audio was basically, this was peaking. But I fixed it through the Rode app, even though this is not a Rode, because we're in Bitcoin. We like doing stuff like that. You got a little puppy, nice. Nice dude, bro. Paul, take a look at GBT. I cannot. Oh yeah, I can't do it now because I'm on my phone, man. But yeah, definitely. All right, is that it? Render Blue Sky Breakout. Woo! Yeah, we were talking about that too not too long ago. Render was one of my favorite picks. Everyone was like, oh, it's too big, it's too high, it's not going to go any higher. Well, it's done like, what, a 3x since then, maybe more? Anyway, okay, like this video. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate and love all of you. I'll do more of these. Take care, and next time I'll have better microphone. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Now, how do you end this? Because I think you just push the X here. Okay, bye-bye.